Happening right now, fire crews are just starting to make some progress on containing California's massive park wildfire. It has scorched more than 350,000 acres so far and is 12% contained. Evacuation orders and warnings are now in effect for 4 Northern California counties.
I was ready to go to bed and I hear this pounding on the door and I opened it up and he goes, "Fire department, get your stuff, you're leaving." I said, "Oh, not again."
CNN's Camila Bernal is on the ground in Northern California for us. Camila, you drove through that fire-ravaged Butte County, and what are you seeing today?
Hey, Fred, it's really sad to see that about 350,000 acres look a lot like what you see here behind me, just destroyed areas by these flames. And what I'm being told is that the center of the fire is still very aggressive. It's still in very steep terrain, and it's very difficult for these firefighters to get to those areas. So you add the high temperatures, the winds, the lower humidity, and that's why this fire exploded over the last couple of days. Finally today, just some progress from those firefighters. Now, in the area where I am now, we believe the fire came down this hill and made its way into some of the communities, some of the area where I am right now. And I'm going to show you because there is an update on the number of structures destroyed. We were told by CAL FIRE that the number went down to 66 structures. And what they say is they now have more people to be on the ground. They are assessment teams that are going house by house to check and to see exactly what this fire did. The number of resources has dramatically increased. They now have almost 4,000 people on the ground. That more than essentially doubled over the last couple of days. And so that also has helped directly address the flames. And what I was told is that they were able to have a more direct impact on those flames. What I was also told today is that the county, Butte County, is a priority for firefighters because they lived through that 2018 fire, the deadliest fire in California history. And so anecdotally, from just talking to people, what I've also heard is that people appear to have taken those warnings seriously in terms of evacuations and in terms of packing up and being ready to go. Take a listen.
I didn't want to wait for to go because I was thinking of the Paradise Fire and all the cars that didn't make it, and I didn't want to get caught in that.
And Fred, today has been the first day that I hear some sort of optimism from firefighters, so they expect more progress in the coming days. So again, still a lot of work to be done, but finally some containment.
All right, a lot of destruction, though, along the way. Camila Bernal, thank you so much. CNN meteorologist Allison Chinchar is here. Allison, California, fire officials say the higher humidity, lower temperatures help. Do they?
They did. We saw those containment numbers jump by at least 10% in the last 24 hours. So yes, it helped a little bit. The question is how much more increase in those containment numbers can they get before conditions are expected to get worse later this week? And that's not the only fire. I mean, you take a look at this map. We have over 90 active wildfires in nearly a dozen western states. So there's a lot of them going on. But yes, the focus really becomes around the park fire simply because of how quickly it spread. We know that it has burned over 350,000 acres so far, just since late Wednesday. To put that in perspective, that's burning about 50 to 60 football fields on average every single minute since it started. One of the concerns today, these pink areas here, where you still have some of those lower humidity levels and some gusty winds up around 30 to 35 miles per hour. That can take any existing fires and spread those embers very, very quickly. It's not just spreading fires, it's also spreading the smoke. So you have all of these air quality alerts out here. This is a concern for any folks that have maybe respiratory problems or illnesses. This smoke is expected to be incredibly thick, especially not just today, but through Monday as well. So that's going to be a concern. We've talked about it, though. Those temperatures starting to go right back up, Fred. That's going to be a concern, especially for the firefighters themselves with all that gear that they wear, having those temperatures in the triple digits.
Oh, my goodness. And okay, this is the throes of hurricane season. And now it's time to focus on a portion of the Atlantic that has piqued the interest of the National Hurricane Center?
Yes, so
What
we've
way?
got to take a look at this particular system. It's not really, doesn't really look like much right now. It's just kind of a blob that's sitting there, but the potential is in the next day or so, once it gets into more of a favorable environment, then it has the potential to perhaps become the next named storm. And then we really have to pay attention to where it goes from there, whether there's any U.S. interest or what it ends up happening with that storm. The next name on the list is Debbie.
Debbie. All right. Debbie, stay away. All right. Thank you so much, Allison Chinchar. Appreciate it.